10:20 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 5. How are you doing, Iris? I'm worried. I know you'll find a way through this. Okay, now I'm worried. I'm defending the suspect of a crime I saw firsthand.
Stay strong, Ms. Iris. We'll both make sure nothing bad happens. Thank you. You too, Nick. If you're not confident in there, none of us will be.
Don't worry, I've got this. I just need to collect my thoughts.
There has to be something that contradicts it. What do we have that shows there's more to this than we know?
The Wallace card. No way to be involved with that group. They have some sort of hand in it. I need to know why they want Maya dead. I just hope it wasn't revenge from last time. This whole thing. If I just backed down when he gave me the chance, would this have all been avoided? I could never live with myself. Iris, do you know anything about this?
No. Why? Is something wrong with it?
Nothing is wrong with the card itself, per se.
What is that on it? Some kind of watermelon?
No, not exactly. But now that I look at it... No, she doesn't know anything about them. Of course. Why should she? Somebody on our list of suspects does. We just need to find out who. They're not getting away with this. I'm ready if you are.
Good. We're all counting on you.
Great. No pressure. 10 minutes later.
Mr. Nick, that man's staring at you.
I noticed. He is not verbally assaulting me, though, which is a first.
You two don't get along, do you?
Not generally. Okay, this is getting uncomfortable. Just say something.
I see you have a new assistant. Pearl Fay, was it?
Yes.
Was that all? No snide comments for me before we start?
Not today. Won't be necessary. There are more pressing matters, such as this trial.
That's never stopped you before.
Well, perhaps I grew wise to my own hypocrisy.
I doubt that. What are you thinking in that head of yours? No angry remarks or accusations yet. You haven't stopped with those since we met. But today, you seem different. Maybe not friendly, but you seem curious.
Right. There's more to you than I thought. Last time, you proved you had more in mind than a verdict. I misjudged you. Was that yet another of your schemes? I can't forgive what you've done. The others may not realize it, but I do. Yet, I now have reason to doubt it all. Perhaps I have been the one at fault.
You helped us catch the bad guy last time. Heck, he did most of it. We helped you. You seem like an honest prosecutor, but there's so much I'm not getting.
This trial will be a test. Can you pass it? Or will my original assumptions be proven correct?
Who are you, Obadiah Williamson?
Who are you, Phoenix Wright?
Order! Court is now in session for the trial of Iris of Hazakura.
The prosecution is ready for the proceedings.
And the defense? Will you be ready as well? Yes, Your Honor. The defense is ready. As ready as I'll ever be. Very good. Let's have the opening statements.
Your Honor, perhaps you've heard news of the planned Fay family reunion?
Yes, I believe something was mentioned of it on the news.
Well, I am sorry to report that due to what happened, it is being cancelled. Maya Fay, the Korean master, has been shot.
Yes, Miss Fay. I'd read that too. She took terrible, terrible damage from that gunshot. My word, what happened?
Multiple witnesses have identified the suspect, Sister Iris of the Eagle Mountain Temple. She was sighted with the weapon at roughly 12:30 p.m. yesterday.
How horrible! Miss Fay she was my friend! Wow, I didn't know the judge felt that strongly about Maya.
She's not dead. Not yet, though it may just be a matter of time. As for the suspect, she will be innocent until proven guilty. We need to jump to any conclusions without a proper trial first.
Yes, let's get to it.
There is concrete proof the suspect was around during the shooting. 2 separate people have given accounts that they saw her with the weapon.
Well then, the facts seem clear.
Yes, they do.
Mr. Wright, do you have anything to say? The defense... What do I have to say? Everything points to her, my own statement included. The defense acknowledges that fate seems to be stacked against us.
Not in a certain position. Perhaps you should have chosen an attorney less emotionally involved.
If I recall, you were the one who wanted me here.
Don't let those feelings get the best of you. An attorney must always keep a level head, especially in situations like these.
A pep talk? Really?
It comes from a man who's been in the courts longer than you've been living. Take it or leave it.
Please, you two, enough of that. Perhaps it's time we began? Mr. Williamson, who will you be calling?
The lead detective for the case. We've all met him before.
Ah, yes. Approach the stand, detective.
Please state your name and occupation.
Mark Waters, sir. Homicide detective.
Thank you. Could you give us an explanation for the events of yesterday?
Yeah, well, you see, there wasn't too many people there. Not too many suspects to begin with. Most of them were in the courtyard. Another 2 were inside, besides the defendant. She was seen on the balcony where the rifle was found. The victim only been there for about 5 minutes before she was shot. Well, it does seem the defendant is the only possible culprit. Where did you say she was standing? They've got 2 balconies overlooking everything. The suspect's finger and shoe prints were found on this one. 2 witnesses confirmed it. Ah, thank you. Now then, we should hear more details. I'd like to know everything there is. If you wouldn't mind testifying a bit further.
No, sir. I'm on it.
Somebody noticed a laser sight and knocked her over. The first few shots missed and everybody kind of scattered. She got hit inside with the shot coming through the window. 2 people fingered the suspect as the shooter. This case seems very clear. With 2 witnesses giving the same statements, there's a lot to back you up. I can see this will be an uphill battle for the defense. It doesn't leave much room for doubt, does it? May I ask who they were?
We'll be hearing from one later.
The other is right over there. Well, Mr. Wright, you were one of the witnesses?
I've studied up on some of Wright's past cases. This is not unprecedented.
No, it isn't. But still.
The defense must work against his own senses. If his client is truly innocent, something must be amiss with what he saw. I know the facts of the investigation myself. I won't let him skip anything we need to discuss.
Did he just say he's been studying your old trials?
Yeah.
Is that normal?
Absolutely not. Why would you need to be digging into my past like that?
Right.
Yes, cross-examination, stalling the court, I know.
Good. Detective, you may take it from here.
If Iris is innocent, something I saw must be wrong. Something in this timeline is off. How many were there? Looks like someone flunked first grade math. Just answer the question. For your information, there were 5. The other 3 were inside the whole time. 8 minus 3 makes 5. Voila. Basic subtraction.
Objection!
Detective, stop antagonizing the defense.
What? How's this my fault?
He asked you a simple question. From now on, I expect you to give a straight answer, like a decent human being.
Why are you siding with him?
I'm not, but that doesn't excuse you from behaving however you please. We are in court.
Right. Gotcha.
My apologies for the detective's behavior, Your Honor. It won't happen again.
What was that? It was certainly unexpected. This laser sight, where was it coming from? I don't know. You tell me.
We'll have to cover it sooner or later. You may as well tell us, as all witness reports have been the same.
It looked like it was coming from one of the balconies. There were 2 of them.
Which one?
Eastern one over here.
These 2 look nearly the same. That's because they're mirrored copies. The building is split into identical halves. The suspect was seen on the eastern part,
Where the laser had come from.
indeed.
Mirrored rooms. I'll have to remember this. Where did everybody run?
I'd imagine most went inside. The victim was one of them, I think.
You're just guessing?
Beats me. If I'd been there, maybe I could give a more accurate story.
That sounds about right. I'd almost say I was the one being cross-examined here. There didn't seem to be anything wrong yet. Maybe just keep looking. Are we certain about that?
Where else was it gonna come from?
The gun was right up there. Just being sure. Is her wound consistent with that angle? It was just a glancing hit. It didn't really go through her per se. Not good enough. You should be able to tell which way the shot came from.
Objection!
Slow down there. What direction was Miss Faye facing, Wright?
What?
Did I stutter? Which way was she facing when she got shot? Was she facing the window, or no?
I can't remember. It all happened so fast. I was starting to go into shock, so it was hard to pay attention.
Yes, you told me this much yesterday. Pity you can't recall. Analysis of the injury does tell us which part of her body was struck first. But here's the thing, unless we know which way she was facing, it doesn't matter.
Like she could have spun around after it hit her?
Correct. You tell me this, and I will tell you what part of her body it connected with first. That is the only way it will have any relevance. Deal?
What about the sound? Couldn't you hear the gunshot?
I was also losing my hearing from the first 2 shots, so it was hard to pinpoint.
Yes, unfortunate. Her indecisiveness is not helping matters. Moving on.
You mean me and Porter, don't you?
Sure.
We already covered that. Thanks for reminding everyone, though.
I'm sensing a certain animosity between you 2.
No. You think?
Well, we've gotten some very interesting information, out of the defense no less. His own statement seems to be supporting the prosecution. Is it possible anything has been left out?
What Wright has said reflects the evidence and other witness statements very well. Under most circumstances, I would not have permitted the defending attorney to testify, but there is no reason to doubt him. He is telling the truth, or at least he believes he is.
You manipulative... That was a dirty trick. You weren't going to let the trial progress until you squeezed everything out of me.
Maybe you shouldn't have spoken.
It wouldn't have mattered. He would have jumped all over me if I'd held anything back. He probably knows more about what's going on than I do. What else does he have planned for me? He's thought everything out, which makes me question just what he's doing. I know there are inconsistencies with this case. He has to have found them too. Nothing's going to be clear with him. I know that much.
With the testimony must also come evidence. I present to you this rifle, found at the scene. It is believed to be the weapon. The suspect's fingerprints are on it.
The court accepts this into the record.
Now, Mr. Waters, I'd like for you to add this to your testimony. It will solidify her guilt.
Right on it.
The defense will continue the cross-examination. I have no doubt this new information will prove enlightening.
Did he just give you a hint?
I think he did. What exactly is he doing?
Just because her fingerprints are there doesn't mean she did it. Oh, come on. Who else could it have been? She was holding the gun, man. It ain't complicated.
It isn't complicated.
Yeah, right.
As he said, this doesn't leave much to be inferred. Holding a gun during a shooting leads to a very simple conclusion.
Ms. Iris didn't shoot anyone, especially not Mystic Maya.
I don't believe she did. At least, I don't want to.
Don't start doubting her. You know she's not. She's not a bad person. You have to find the contradiction here. Just keep checking and I'm sure you'll find something.
Save. Okay, so the only fingerprints are all the way up here. Objection! I've noticed something. The fact she had any prints on the gun at all is very telling. She wasn't wearing any gloves. Ha! Yeah, well, big surprise there. Wait a bit, and you'll see where I'm leading. Waters, if you were going to shoot that gun at somebody, how would you do it? Objection? Right, boss?
Answer the question.
Well, got the sight and the scope and whatever. You probably just set up somewhere with a good view. And then when the target comes along, you just kind of point the thing and pull the trigger, right? It's true her fingerprints are on the gun, but not on the one place that actually matters. The trigger.
What? You're right. There's nothing there at all.
Iris wasn't wearing gloves. If she was really the one shooting at us, she should have left fingerprints on the gun's trigger. Does the prosecution have an explanation?
Yes, in fact. I'm shocked the defense thought I would overlook this. She wiped them off.
There was still a whole lot left everywhere else.
Yes, she removed them from the place that would convict her. There was no time to wipe everything off.
Objection! Your argument is flimsy and you know it. That would defeat the whole point of wiping them off in the first place. Her prints were still on it. It should have been all or nothing.
Should have. Won't carry a case far.
There are traces of other prints in the trigger area, though they are smudged.
Somebody held the gun to fire it, and there's only one likely suspect. Explain me that.
There were prints on the trigger?
This, among several other things, point to her and her alone. Here are the facts. 1. Her prints were on the gun. 2. Multiple people saw her with it. And finally, 3. Her collarbone is shattered.
Her collarbone? Why should that matter?
Rifles this large are not easy to fire safely. The kickback is simply too strong if you're not prepared for it. Inexperienced shooters with weapons like that are just as liable to hurt themselves. That is precisely what happened to Sister Iris.
Well, these do seem to point at her. He's bringing 3 points against us. The witnesses saw her, we already know that. Her fingerprints were on the gun, that much is clear. And last, her shoulder injury. I should press one of these. What exactly was her shoulder injury like? Was it consistent with what you'd expect from a rifle's kickback?
There are certain divergences. Admittedly, it is a bit extensive.
Extensive? How so?
The entire area is covered with bruising. The pain caused her to pass out.
Would that much be normal?
It's more severe than I would typically expect.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you're not sure.
I am certain of everything I have just said. She was seen with the weapon, she shot it, and was hurt in the process. If you have better information, then tell us.
Iris told me she was pushed off. Somebody struck her from behind.
Name her mystery attacker. Right here, right now.
I don't really have any suspects at the moment.
Are you sure she was pushed?
I don't think so. I feel like rogues aren't made of the right material to leave an impression. Where was she when the police found her?
She was still in the main yard. By then, she dragged herself to one of the walls and was nursing her injury.
Dang it, that doesn't contradict anything either. Isn't there anything to do here?
There may be a few uncertainties, but the case is still very straightforward.
Mr. Waters, you are no longer needed. You are dismissed.
Yeah, boss.
Our next next witness was the second to see the suspect. Step forward. Ahem. Witness, we are ready for you.
Is it safe yet?
One man has already testified. Nothing went wrong. You'll be fine. Ma'am, please state your name and occupation.
You took my pepper spray.
Of course I did. You are perfectly safe here.
You took my pepper spray.
Yes, I did. You took name and occupation.
Gladys Porter, writer.
How old is she supposed to be again?
29.
You were one of 2 people to identify the suspect.
Yep, I saw her. No mistaking it. She was pointing the gun at me.
What?
Iris was... That's right, straight at me.
That's not true.
Well, maybe it wasn't 100% directly at me. But she was in a position where she could have at any second. This is going to be a long trial.
Witness, in the future, please don't embellish anything. They only need to hear what actually happened.
That's correct. What was she really doing with the gun?
She was just holding it. But that still means she did it.
Indeed, it's suspicious. Ms. Porter's words confirm what we've already heard. I'm sure her testimony will reveal the truth. Ma'am, if you wouldn't mind.
You wouldn't tell me much yesterday. What did she see? Did we see the same thing? There's only one way to get to the bottom of this. So, I showed up and instantly bullets were whizzing everywhere. I knew right away they'd come for me, so I dodged for cover. After the last shot, I looked up and saw her. She was holding the gun. Of course it was her. May as well address the elephant in the room. You do know that nobody was trying to kill you, right? The laser was pointed at Maya the whole time. They missed. That's some pretty awful aim. Is there even any reason to think that they were targeting you?
I don't support her claim, but my guess is she's worried about the recording bugs we found.
You found one too?
No, we found 17.
No comment.
Witness, this is an invasion of privacy. Whatever were you doing it for?
Irrelevant. As you'll recall, she is not the suspect. Her actions will be treated separately. For now, please focus on the crimes of the accused.
Was it irrelevant? Word has been very hush-hush about everything. I don't know what this crazy woman was up to, but she's far too shifty. She was even hiding her true identity. She's a fake clan spirit medium. She's still got a few more secrets she's not letting on. There are a few really obvious contradictions here. I don't think pressing those will get me anywhere. I need to find a problem that's not just her embellishing stuff. Let's see what we can find out. I mean, I'm still gonna press them. It wasn't exactly instantly, or everywhere. I'm not here to argue semantics with you.
Neither are you here to be overly dramatic for no reason. Please correct this statement.
Make me.
Been obstinate this one. Forget it. This discrepancy is a non-issue in the larger scheme. Moving on.
What was your reaction? I did what any sane person would. Screamed my lungs out and ran around in a circle like a chicken with my head cut off. Who's the sane one here? You weren't paying attention at all, were you? Excuse me, I was busy trying not to get shot. Your Honor, she isn't a reliable witness.
Her testimony matches up perfectly with your own. There is no need to doubt it.
She isn't even sure who the target was.
Objecting to this does not remove the most important part of her testimony. She still saw the suspect with the gun. If you are going to object to something, have it make a difference in the case. Ignore her antics.
She's the witness. How am I supposed to ignore her?
Her statement has been corroborated by other evidence and testimony. I will allow it. Please tell us what happened next.
What was she doing? Sort of just staring out the window, looking shocked.
The window?
Yeah, and Iris was over on the balcony with the gun. So you saw two people? Who was the other? Old Nana Faye. Our talk with Meredith yesterday covered this a bit. We saw Iris too. So far, everything's matching up. How was Iris holding the gun? He was holding it up close to her chest, like a baby. Sounds like it'd be hard to fire that way. She'd already managed to do it once. No big. I didn't actually see her shooting the gun, just holding it. Porter must not have seen much else either. What's your explanation for the lack of fingerprints on the trigger? That's an easy one. You could have shot it with her foot. Objection! What? It makes sense. Your Honor, are we really letting this pass?
Well, I don't believe she used her foot to pull the trigger. The prosecution did mention wiped prints. We must accept the witness's statement, even if her reasoning is flawed.
What do you think about her testimony? I don't get the impression she's exactly lying, but her version of things seems to be based more on wild fantasies than reality. I don't think you should object to those parts. Try finding something that you can actually get new information from. Exactly. Pointing out she wasn't the target of a massive conspiracy won't win me points here. Okay. She said she only heard 2 shots? Wait, who is this? Huh. Okay, 2 were fired in the courtyard, and then 1... Objection! Ah, dang it. Maybe a different one. Objection! Nope. Okay, which one was it that she said that? Okay. Fuck. Alright, that was way off. Try to look at the map again. Okay. So, this is where the balcony was. This is where Maya was. The view of the room was starting from here. Panned over here to find the bullet hole over here. How the hell? Unless... No. I am not figuring out the angles here. Wait, there's a second floor? Oh, right, yeah. Alright, so... Yeah, balcony here. She's down into this window. Somehow managed to get the bullet hole all the way over here. Now, what do I present here? 2 shots, not the bullet. Ah, wait a second. There it is. Save. Objection! Am I getting this right? You're saying there were only 2 shots. Yes? That's not how I remember things. I'm not sure what it means, if anything, but I know for a fact we were shot at 3 times. That's ridiculous. Now you're stupid and delusional? I may have had trouble hearing at the time, but I didn't miss that shot. How did you? Shut up, stupid. There weren't 3 shots. You're the crazy one. Now let's prove it. I'll show you there were 3 gunshots. First, there's the bullets. I'm on the right track. There's one other thing that'll help here. Let me look at together with this. Shots. I think I'm onto something here. Yeah, the only thing you're on is that
Making her disgusting jokes in a courtroom for shame. And Wright, you set her up to make that.
What? No, I'm doing it for our own lack of self-control. Okay, bullet. How about the gun?
Take that!
Objection!
Guess not. How about the recording bugs? Oh, okay. That's good. I can determine what it is by just going for everything except for that.
Take that! Take that!
Wait.
Take that!
Oh, dang.
Take that!
I'm on the right track. Okay, there we go. And then the bullets.
Take that!
Tell me, if there were only 2 shots, how are we even in this situation? Maya was hit by something. 2 bullets were found in the courtroom yard, and another hit her. Explain that. What?
Objection!
2 bullets of 3. What does it matter?
There are multiple people who weren't even aware there was a 3rd shot. This is a major gap in information.
What was it that you said just a little while ago? I was also losing my hearing from the first 2 shots. Did I get that right? Wouldn't be likely this happened to others. The witness, perhaps?
Yes, that makes sense. So she couldn't hear as a result of the first 2 gunshots. But how could I?
There were 3 shots. Our evidence shows us this. However, her statements are a reflection of her own experience, not the police's investigation.
I don't know why she would lie about this. There's not much reason to make it up.
I figured that as well. She might not intend for it, but she's creating an inconsistency. But what could it mean? What more should we know about these bullets?
So far, only 2 of them have been found. The final one would have taken a very specific trajectory after passing through the victim. However, nothing has been found in the house nor anywhere on the premises.
A missing shot. Curious.
Curious, but not unexplainable. It's a very large area.
I should have found it by now. It wouldn't make sense not to.
Well, they didn't. Your guess is as good as mine.
Why couldn't they? It didn't just disappear.
Maybe it did. Like you said, the bullet needs to take a specific route. This has to mean something, but right now I can't figure out what. Should I even press this issue? Always press! Press everything! There was a very easy way for the police to figure out where the bullet went.
All right, what was this way?
While I was there yesterday, I noticed a hole in the wall. It must be from the bullet. Did the police just not search the other side?
They did, although the time back there was limited. My team did a quick run-through of the room. They found and told me what I needed. No bullet was found, so I made the call to hold off on that area until otherwise needed.
What's that supposed to mean?
The call was mine to make and no one else's. If you do not like it, I recommend you search the area yourself. The prosecution has no further questions from our witness.
You don't? That was quick.
I felt she covered what was needed, don't you? The few inconsistencies there have been are easily explained.
Mr. Wright, did you have any questions for her before she is dismissed?
They're about to let her out, and that means the trial's over. We need to pick something.
Any ideas?
Maybe a specific time? She was there from beginning to end.
Your Honor, the defense wishes to hear about Ms. Porter's actions before the attack. What was she doing with all those recording devices?
Irrelevant. It's suspicious behavior, but for a different reason.
Can I connect the two? Should I press it? There's no way it was a coincidence. The two have to be connected.
You don't know that. Miss Porter was in the courtyard, so she can't be responsible for the crime at hand. Any charges against her will be developed later. The spying is irrelevant.
Yes, the defense should rethink their approach. During the attack, we still haven't addressed everything that needs to be heard about it.
We've heard plenty. Let's not spend more time on it than we need to.
We have already covered it. Should I press it? I better not touch this. Let's go back and look at our other options. I want to know what's up with that can of mace. And the indentation. Whenever that happened, that's what I want to know about it. What did she experience after it was all over?
Why, might I ask, is this necessary? She already told you what she saw.
I might not get anything useful out of this. Should I press it? What she saw afterward could reveal everything. My client was found on the ground level of the courtyard, and that's where Porter claimed she was. She should have a lot to say either way.
Well played. Witness, you heard him. What happened after the final shot?
Why are you so curious?
It's a fair question. We need to solve the case. Solve it? Ha! I know how these trials go. You just want to blame this on me, the witness. I won't let you accuse me. You can't do this! Gah! I immediately regret this decision.
What?
No firearms in the courthouse.
I took that away from you.
Always have a backup. Only a moron would come unprepared.
Bailiff, get that thing away from her.
You'll never take me alone.
Miss, please make this easier for me.
Yeah, no, get away from me.
Ouch, please don't scratch.
Hey, get that back. I hate everything.
I will not let you create disturbances like that. Will you behave yourself, or shall I have you removed?
Whatever. Of course I'm the one at fault. You kind of were.
One more outburst, and you will be removed from the stand. Am I understood? Good. Now you will testify on what happened after the shooting. This is important, whether or not you did anything wrong.
This is so much more stressful than it should be. There really isn't that much to say. I saw her up there, and that's it. I don't remember seeing her at the ground level. They probably made that part up. I feel I responded to the whole situation very reasonably. I was in perfect position to see everything, and I say she did it. Someone called the police, and they showed up and arrested her.
I still think she's making it up. If she says she saw her, she probably did.
Or at least she thinks she did.
Right. This might be the time to hit all that over-dramaticism of hers. She's getting cocky, and you can see it in her testimony.
Porter says she didn't see Iris at ground level, which contradicts what the police said. The big question is, why didn't she see her there? Actually, I'm going to stop here.